Aliens, ghosts, and monsters are a very small percentage of the storylines that made the X-Files such a haunting cultural phenomenon. Alien abduction is the poster event, with Fox Mulder, the FBI's basement-dwelling departmental outcast, assigned to the files that can't be categorized, the ones we don't have answers for because we can't really believe in the questions. Mulder's quest to investigate the investigators he works for is propelled by his memory of the abduction of his little sister Samantha when he was a child. Yet, even though the tagline is "the truth is out there," this is not simply about answers to what the secrets are that the government is hiding from us, but secrecy itself that is the fascination. Mulder's quest does find answers within answers to Samantha's disappearance. But the series is also wise about itself, with episodes often centering on reminders that how we behave to each other on our quests will always be more important in the end than the answers we find. Mulder's overarching quest is interrupted over and over again by Monster of the Week episodes, which are also opportunities for Mulder shining a light on what we regular, everyday humans find it convenient not to see. In the same accent with which we're presented with our culpability for allowing alien visitors to be imprisoned and murdered as long as we don't have to see what's going on, in that same voice we're also presented with the same level of evidence, the same observational tone of things that we ignore beyond alien abduction and myths and legends, like racism, sexism, bullying, and it's all of the evidence through which Scully eventually is forced to accept what the evidence compels her to accept, that there is a practical use to faith. Not necessarily faith in a literal God, but in your key values. It's faith in there being knowledge beyond his own that is what allows Mulder to see and discover what others around him don't have the courage or imagination to explore and see. Fox Mulder does not care how he is perceived. He is entirely values-driven, not ego-driven. And it's that, over and over again, that creates the intelligent detachment, that creates the sense of humour, but also creates the success, the chance for success of his quest. He sees more than he has already seen. He sees the potential for things beyond his knowledge. He believes in something beyond himself, and that is what allows him to find it. Arguably knocking Beam Me Up Scotty and Elementary Dear Watson off the top spot for best catchphrase never spoken is "the truth is out there." That's Mulder's one certainty. His only safe haven in the series, the only person that he does trust, is a character whose name he doesn't know, who is somewhere higher up on the FBI's Great and the Good list, and is the anonymous source who became known as Deep Throat. When Deep Throat is caught up with, as he dies, he comes out with the other certainty.
Trust no one.
The impossibility of living without trust is what makes that so terrifying. We know fundamentally we are connected to society and there is next to nothing we can do about it. And that impossibility is perhaps what made Deep Throat's last words such a frequent choice for tattoos, let alone autograph cues. But the zeitgeist shifted in its needs with 9/11. The threat to our lives and our lifestyles was suddenly so present that the appetite for scaring ourselves with what might be hidden from us changed in nature. We didn't want the government to be held to account for what it was keeping from us when it came to being more concerned about the existential threat, and the pattern of the X-Files coming and going from our screens reflects that. Although both David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson took time away from the series, being succeeded rather than replaced by other agents on the case files, it was that relationship, a love based on friendship, based on respect for difference, a whole that appreciated the sum of its parts, which made the X-Files iconic. And the absence of those characters really only strengthened the cult of it, the pull. But those cast absences weren't the only real life events that helped immortalise the X-Files. Its reputation was solidified by two key accidents. Gillian Anderson became pregnant while still struggling with a new and very underwritten character. Rather than lose momentum, they wrote the pregnancy and temporary disappearance of Scully into the story. It became the key event, more so than Samantha's pre-series disappearance, and made Mulder's crusade not based on backstory anymore. An accidental repeat of notes in the recording of the music helped Mark Snow create what became the most iconic signature tune of the decade.
And I turn and I put my hand, actually my sort of my elbow, forearm, on the keyboard, and there was this sound effect of this echo, delay echo effect on the piano sound. And it went da 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 ba 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 ba. And I said, "Oh, that's pretty good. No, I wonder if you do two notes, what's that sound like? Ba 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 ba. How about three? Ba ba da ba ba da ba. How about four? Ba ba da da ba da da ba da da ba da. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right."
Now, as we worry afresh about whether the government is less concerned with what's best for our health than what's best for their image, in an era where a president's behaviour made fake news and post-truth household names, Mulder's journey crystallises a message that is more important than ever. The truth is out there, whether it's convenient to notice it, whether we ignore it or not. The magic of the X-Files is a protagonist who genuinely does not care how he is perceived in saying what is there or investigating what could be. He does not ignore inconvenient truths, and there's nothing supernatural about that most important quality of all.